All right. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome in the average goob. And today we're working on Vibe Clicker. Well, really just showing it off and then playing it a little bit and then talking about things. How's everybody doing? Hey, Jackson Gaming. Mars was definitely first, kind of. Stellar Frog. Hello. Welcome in, everybody. Lots happened in Vibe Clicker. Uh, Most importantly, I switched to dark mode for ClickUp just for you guys. But look how, like, bland it looks. It doesn't look fun. Just it looks like a chalkboard. No more flashbang? Ha! Joke's on you. My game design documents. It's still here. It's in docs. Anyways. Yeah. So the lots of stuff happened. I added the endings for Vibe Clicker. Pretty sweet, to be honest. Um We got a new UI, complete overhaul. I shared a little bit on Blue Sky and in the Discord. What up, Twisted Mood? How you doing? Been getting good at Godot. Nice, Jackson Gaming. That's good to hear. I feel like I've gotten way better too. Like just working on this game and just kind of taking it an hour or two a day incrementally. Like I feel like I'm getting better at Godot. I'm looking up way less. Today we're gonna be working on probably like some save stuff. So I'll be looking up stuff a lot today, but for the most part, everything I've kind of been doing is something that I know, which is good. Just getting back from vacation. Nice. I hope you had a good vacation. Hopefully recharged. Looking forward to the work week. Hopefully. Glad to see you streaming. Yeah, me too. I'm trying to do at least once a week. I feel like it's good to catch up and it gives me motivation to work on my project. So just close that down for a second. But yeah, upgraded, what do we got here? The visible upgrades on the cards. So we talked about it last week, having the upgrades on the cards. So I did that. I made it so that whenever you level up, there are bonuses to the old upgrades to make them kind of valuable. So as you advance the career, the previous career upgrades get bonuses whenever you upgrade them. So kind of encourage you not to fully upgrade them until later. I added new icons to the game, so we've got different tab icons. I've got the different resource icons and stuff, hand drawn. So they look a little lower quality, but still unique. I added auto purchasing, so it's kind of like the AI upgrade. And depending on how much money you have and stuff, or like the different setup, you'll actually end up creating a monster, which is fun. So it'll start buying things even if you don't have them upgraded or purchased already, which is cool. So trying to figure out the best way to do things? What do you mean? I don't think there's a best way to do things, to be honest. That's what I'm learning. Like the more I just develop stuff, the more whatever works. Like I definitely did not do the upgrades and stuff the best way. I should have been using resources, but I feel like I didn't want to over engineer. I just wanted to get something going. Got out and touched grass in the national park, in a national park. Nice, dude. That's nice. Yeah, I think it's important to get out. Went for a pretty long walk today, which is good. Was that was today? Yeah, that was today. Yeah, exactly. Don't worry about the best way when you're learning, just focus on learning your way. Don't let people prejudge you. Don't let you let other people judge you before you judge yourself. Yeah, something like that. I moved the clicker settings in the HUD, so they're no longer just in settings. You'll be able to see your auto click and your auto purchase right from the screen. However, I still need to decide, and I have it up here in my notes. Should I move the click interval to the HUD? There's not really a place for it. Also, I did add some rep gain or loss balance depending on how much auto clicking you're doing. We'll see. It's pretty hectic. Like I feel like maybe it's too much, so we'll see. Uh, no, I'm good. I updated the cost modification script, so it was really aggressive and exponential, and I made it linear, so it allows you to buy stuff, which kind of makes the game progress a little bit slower or a little bit faster. So before it was like taking 30 minutes to get to level 5, now it's taking like maybe 20 minutes, which is nice. I added a custom splash screen, which I feel like I should just open up Godot so you guys can see that. And then I did a full screen keybind today. So we'll go over those changes. I'll actually do like a little playthrough so everybody can see it. I started early so that we can do a playthrough. I want to work on a pause menu today. I think I mentioned having a pause menu. I don't think it's necessary, but why not make it? It's pretty easy. A save system. I would like to explore that today. We've got some time. I'm sure we'll have some time. Add some achievements if we got some extra time. I do want to balance the game. So it takes about 30 minutes to an hour, or like I want it to take 30 minutes to an hour, and I want to have the game replayable because I want to integrate a vibe shop where you can purchase different cups, monitors, AI, and vibe orbs for new runs, and then allow you to try different endings. And I'm not going to do it on stream, but I'm going to add a secret ending, and I'm not going to tell you guys how to get it. So that'll be my little deal. So yeah, check this out. Look at this custom splash screen. Boom. Cool. Secrets are fun. Yeah, yeah. And like I'll probably do some achievement stuff. Like, if you want to pause it, look at the achievements, be like, oh my gosh. Still doesn't really tell you how to get them, but there's a bunch of stuff in here. So I'll be adding stuff off stream, obviously, and then hiding it. So like the secret ending. But yeah, let's like check it out. Here, let's pause the music. We got some game music. Oh, eh? I totally redid everything. Like, it feels weird because I've been looking at this for like a week, and so but like it's all new. What do you guys think? If you like it, tell me. If you don't, just don't say anything. I added so you can hit Alt Enter, full screen. And if you noticed, you can barely see it. It's being hidden. Beta! We're getting close. Yeah, look at that. Oh, I got 10 rep. I wonder why. Totally not because I had unlocked an achievement. Look at all this new stuff. Look how cool it is. Scared the AI away. Scared the little guy away. Yeah. Let's do Goob. Yep. Little pop-ups here. Little change. Custom icons up there, like I said. Yeah. Stellar Frog said her favorite part of my stream is when I say it's goobin time. What's up, forgetful programmer? Sounds are very pleasing. Thank you. Yeah, it's I'm still probably gonna work on some sounds and stuff for it, but this is basically what we've got. This is my real clicking. So yeah, we're gonna do a little playthrough here. I'm actually just gonna minimize this stuff down so we can see it. Yeah. Yeah. So hope you guys are doing well. Been a great week for me. I've been enjoying working on this game and hanging out in all the other game developers' chats. We've got the new upgrade here, so we can see what upgrades we have. I don't even remember what was not added. I forgot where I left off. I've only been thinking in this, so like all this stuff's normal for me. So we got like the new icons. We've got what happens for the next level. We have a preview. So Next Prodigy gave me a mock-up. Right here. So they made this mock-up for me, and they said that they were inspired by my game and wanted to share kind of like what they envision. And I was like, that's pretty sweet. Like I was very like surprised and also kind of excited that somebody was inspired to work on a UI for me, and so it inspired me to work on a UI. And so that's where we're headed here. That's where this all came from. So because Next Prodigy or Nex made a suggestion on what to do, I was like, yeah, I can do that. So I learned a little bit about textures and adding some custom stuff to this, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. So I went with the 90s retro vibe still, but kind of Wildberry Pop-Tart. Went with a little bit more vibrant. So let's go ahead and get the AI unlocked. Probably gonna do... I mean, how close am I? What do we got here? 257 clicks. Is it worth getting the reputation? Nah, let's just start getting some stuff going. You'll notice that the upgrades aren't like ridiculous. Oh yeah, okay, because I changed my name, this upgraded, so I can do 10 out of 10, which is nice for rep. I feel like I need to switch to my clicking mouse. Let's go ahead and unlock AI. I'm gonna turn off auto click though, because I do want this achievement. It's like 300 rep. I'm gonna get these clicks. Also, I don't know if you guys saw in the stream title, it does say spoilers, so we're doing full spoilers here. Like you're gonna see the ending. We're gonna go through both of them. If you don't want to see that, I'll let you know beforehand. Alright, let's get Kevin here. The interview coach. Oh no, Kevin's cheating on us. I thought we were Kevin's best friend. Your best friend Kevin. Nah, that's still Kevin. He just changed his appearance. He can't fool us. Oh, I'm out of processing power. See how these upgrades are so much more manageable? So nice. All right, almost there. Boom. Need 100 rep, easy. So we got a ton of notifications, but I still feel like it's manageable. Yeah, so there's the achievement. There was an auto click. Now we can go ahead and turn that on. Google Cloud hosting is available. Transparency reports. Also, you'll notice, even with the auto click, we'll have a random reputation upgrade here. So in the settings, I have it so that you can, this will go pretty low. So I think it actually gets to like this fast. It'll eventually get that fast. So you'll be able to balance this out. And the faster it is, the more processing power it takes. And then you'll lose reputation. So right now it's giving us rep because we're using low amount of clicks. Yo, what's up? Granger, bear like lion, we vibe, we clicking, and Sophie is barking. What are you barking for? Yeah. What are you doing, Toby? She wants the window open. Anonimo Productions, hello, welcome in. Hello, everybody. Yeah, we're vibe clicking. Well, we're not vibe clicking yet. We're wasting company time. Also, you'll see now that we've unlocked the pro level, if we upgrade this, so you'll see it says plus $2 per click. Look at that, plus $3. Look at this. That's a little secret. So yeah, we got that upgraded. I think we can get this. Oh, I think there's an achievement for not unlocking the job search app. I've already got most of my achievements. All right, let's max out the coffee machine, get that achievement. Done. Coffee grind. All right, head in the clouds. There's something, I don't remember what this is. I think it's maybe level 10. How you doing, Granger? Bear like lion, dude. I can't wait for your game to come out. You know I'm gonna buy it. I hope you know that. Like, I know I've only got like 4 or 5 hours in game on the demo, but I'm definitely gonna be playing it. Like, I don't know why the surfing is fun, but like I just zone and just play it. It's so good. Well, yeah, I know the demo's out. I'm talking about the full release, dude. It's your soft launch? Oh, heck yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it was just the beta. Sorry, I have the like 4 to 5 hours in the beta. That's so cool, dude. I can't believe like you've got multiplayer stuff going on. Yeah, it's called Surf's Up on Steam. You should be able to link it, Bear Like Lion, as a VIP. I can permit you. Hold on, let me permit you just in case. Okay, it worked. Okay, you're good. Yeah, go check out Surf's Up. Got the demo out and the full release is coming out soon. It's gonna be free to play. Rotating maps, time trials, all the good stuff. Doing pretty good, just having a lazy day. Nice, Granger. Yeah, I played Night Rain, Elden Ring Night Rain for like 3 hours today, so I'd say it's been a little bit lazy. All right, what do we need for AI 2.0? Also, check this out. So it says it needs AI Code Assistant. Tells you that it's in the Pro tab. So if we get this AI Code Assistant, which we need 10 task automation, right? Now see, it says AI Code Assistant. We buy it. Now it gets rid of it. It doesn't say that we need it anymore. So now you can see your progression and what you need. So we need Prompt Engineer. What does it say? Just one. Cool. Nice. Career level 3. Yeah, it's like CSGO surf or Counter-Strike. Yeah, just Counter-Strike surfing. What do I think of Night Rain? It's pretty legit. Like, I loved Elden Ring. So I've played Elden Ring like 3 times through. Once on stream. There's a whole playthrough on my YouTube channel. I think including the DLC, maybe. No, I stopped the DLC. There's a full base game playthrough. Anyways, I love Night Rain. It's really cool. It's like Fortnite, but Elden Ring, and it's really cool. I like the little archer guy. I haven't really played all the characters. The bird, like the Guardian, I think his name is Guardian, is pretty cool. I like the fact that you can unlock characters. There's like a little bit of story. I like the enemies and stuff. Like, not everything's easy. It's actually a challenge. I like the way like people can revive you still. I wish there was a little bit more straightforward solo play, but the multiplayer like queuing system is really easy. I think they did a great job on Night Rain, to be honest. I might even play some of it on stream at some point. Just because I started this current channel started with Elden Ring, so I mean, might as well, right? Going through tutorials, trying out different mechanics and picking ones you want in your game. Okay, I like that. You should challenge yourself to make mechanics that you want that don't exist. That's what's really cool. All right, what do we need here? I'm just going down the upgrade list here. All right, we need corporate network level 5. Dang it. I ran out of rep. Okay, so you see my rep. Look at that. Minus 11, minus 13. It's because I'm using the auto click here. So if I bring this up to just 1.5, shoot, if I bring it to 2.0, is it gonna work? Sometimes it'll give me rep. I don't know. Oh gosh. All right, well, I need rep, so I'm gonna manually click my way through this. Let me check the Godot console. Okay, no errors yet. I guess that's good. Hey, Ion Flipper, what's up? Vibe coding a vibe clicker. No. I did not vibe code this game. This is me learning Godot and building games with it. So honestly, like if I showed you some of the outputs that Claude tried giving me, you guys would laugh too. Like, it's ridiculous. It over engineers everything. So nah, my code is not that complicated. Not for a clicker game. What is that? What is that, Twisted Mood? Oh, it's an ant. Why Godot? Well, I've tried every game engine out there, and Godot, honestly, for 2D games so far has been a treat. It's been really easy to make a 2D game. I've made a couple games in Godot. Actually got a website, Average Game Studio. But yeah, I've made a couple games in Godot so far. I've made Alchemist and Backhand Bandit with the Two Nerdy Nerds. I started a game called Rise of the Intern and kind of overscoped and overcomplicated what I knew because it was only my second game in Godot. And so I was like, all right, just because I've made all these other games in Game Maker and thought that I could do it, I'm like, all right, I gotta step back. And so I mostly did game jams and stuff, but I don't know. So far I've been liking Godot quite a bit. It's easy to pick up and learn. It's got a pretty good UI system, and it's handled everything that I've wanted to do so far. And then eventually I want to do like some 3D stuff. So I figured, you know, that'll be a good transition as well. GDScript is pretty easy to learn. But it doesn't mean that it's my only game engine. So I'm also learning Unity. I still have all my Game Maker knowledge. I've used Unreal, did that back in college and stuff. RPG Maker was my first engine. So yeah, nothing specific, but just where I'm at right now. I'm using the engine to make the games that I want. I feel like it's really easy to prototype in Godot, and I love their scene system. I love the in-animations. I like tweening. So is that 3D stuff for the Game Jam future? Hint, hint. We'll see. We'll see what 3D means for me. I mean, I'd have to learn. I mean, I guess I could use assets. But I might use Unity for 3D stuff. We'll see. Yeah, it is basically like object-oriented programming. Yeah, it's so nice. Like the scene system, being able to group all your nodes together and then use that scene inside of another scene. Like, I know Unity does it and stuff with prefabs, and like it makes sense across the board. So yeah, no, like Godot's been awesome. It's been a treat. I like ants. One of my autistic special interests. Sorry. No, don't be sorry. It just, let me tell you, on a dark background, the feet don't show. And so it just looked a little sus. That's all. All right, we've accumulated a lot of money. What else do we need here? AI research department. Okay, we need prompt engineering times 5. Oh, that's in the pro tab. All right, cool. We can do research. What do we need it to? 10? No, I need more rep. Is this not giving me rep? Okay, it's giving me rep. Yeah, it's giving me rep. Yeah, okay, there we go. I was just making sure. So I have it in the code here. Oh, wait, hold on. In here. Right here. So I made a little bit of a function. If your rep is more than 0. Okay, so maybe it was because it was negative. And then I've got some like rep gains based on your rep click amount. We'll see if it's balanced. Look at that though. That's nice. So you can just sit here on full, you know, the slowest auto click, and you can actually get reputation still, even using the AI. What makes you not want to use Godot for 3D? Looking for features to implement in Godot to make the 3D experience better. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know enough about... I've only, like, used 3D back in college, like, 12 years ago, 10 years ago. And, like, I don't know. I wasn't really that interested in making 3D games. Most of my game ideas were 2D. There is one 3D game idea that I want to make, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really have reasons. I haven't used Godot for 3D yet. Unreal made it really easy to do 3D stuff, like the pipeline and things that, you know, placing and level design, like it was really easy. You could gray block an entire thing, you know, with their whole gray block system or whatever. It was just nice. So I haven't really tried anything in 3D for Godot. So I don't know yet, but yeah, like stay tuned. If it's something that comes across my table when I'm like, I'm going to do a 3D game, or my desk, I guess, then we can talk about it for sure. I know. See why the ant looks sus. Hey, Ryan, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Hope your Sunday is going smooth. Gosh, I run out of reps so fast. All right, 50K, perfect. We can do this. Hey. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed the little background changing. So now we're a boss. We need to get our own SaaS company. This is also a new thing that I've added. So we've got the AI decision system, which will allow us to upgrade things. And if you pair that with the rogue AI, you can play, the game can play itself. However, you'll notice that I just lost all my reps. So let me get some stuff to upgrade my rep. I know Kevin's worth it. I'm just gonna go ahead and upgrade all this stuff. I really thought that I was gonna get the cloud hosting. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh wait, I can't do that. I need rep. Oh, and because it upgraded the AI, you can see I'm losing rep. So I need to balance this out again. The UI is muy bueno. I've switched to my gaming PC and it looks good. Thank you. Thank you. I had a fun time remaking it. Some of it was a little difficult, like the textures and stuff. It was a lot harder than I thought. Like I couldn't get textures on rounded buttons easily. I don't really know how to use the 9 patch rect, so I didn't really get that. It's almost like you're a pro front-end dev. No. Thanks. Yeah, it's a matter of translating my knowledge and skill into Godot. Now, if this was Game Maker, I don't think I wouldn't. If you go look at all of my Game Maker games, like none of them have UIs. And like, if it does have a UI, like look at this. That's it. Like this was it, and this was like minimal. Like you got like the profile picture with the health bar and then like resources. Like it was bad. And then like this, like the gray, this is just like a graphic with a health bar placed in this perfectly. Like, yeah, it was not easy with Game Maker. But yeah, like Godot has been nice. It's kind of like web dev, to be honest. So that's why I'm curious about my skills transferring over to like Unity's UI. Thanks, Twisted Mood. I appreciate that. You like the completion sound? It's satisfying? That's great feedback. Thank you. Yeah, this is... Any feedback you guys want to give, I appreciate it. I know we're in ads right now, but anybody that can hear me. Skills for UI toolkit, just imports. Well, yeah, but I still have to know how to hook it up. Alright, we need the job search app. Alright. 500 rep, we got it, let's do it. Secure funding, done. How long have we been playing? I've just been like chilling here. 22 minutes. So once I get to, I'm just seeing how long it takes to get to Legend while like casually playing. But once we get there, I'll go into debug mode. Oh, I forgot we're doing auto buy here too. We'll go into debug mode and do the ending so you guys can see that. And then we'll work on a pause system. All right, what do we need here? 2 data centers. No, quit buying stuff. It's my money. All right, we got the data centers. How do you set up your cheat codes for testing? I don't have any cheat codes. I just go in and I just reset everything. I didn't build a way to cheat the game right now. I mean, there is one thing. Yeah, I can do this. That's the only cheat I have. That's how I balance the game, though. I play it actually how it's supposed to be played. We need more AI. We need an AI trust fund. How do we get that set up? Human researchers, okay. AI powered products, okay. I need 2 funding, okay. Who would have thought? Yeah, I could set up a console. I didn't do it. I didn't build it that way. Hey! Yo, dev guy with the raid. Thank you so much. Welcome in. How was stream? How are things going? I was gonna say it's been a while. I think I saw you earlier today. Here for a lightning raid. You have to get to work? Okay, appreciate it. Well, thank you. I hope you have a good time working. Hopefully not stressful. Playing the game without cheats gives you a better idea of the user experience, right? Yeah. That's why I try to do it this way every once in a while. Hope yours was too. It's going well so far. I'm just showing off my game and the progress. I've got beta coming out pretty soon here, so just trying to go through a playthrough and just see how it goes. Still got to work on a save system. But the game resets. It resets pretty well right now. Hi bye, the drive-by raid. Welcome in, raiders. I'm the average goob. I'm working on a game called Vibe Clicker, where it's a clicker game, and you build an AI empire. You go through the different phases, and you determine the fate of humanity. Pretty straightforward. Alright, here we go. Oh. Wow, my money drained. Alright, so we can't get the rogue AI yet. We need 3 secure funding. Okay. We need AI powered products. I don't have enough money. All right, I'm gonna turn off the auto buy right now because I know bad things are gonna happen. So, again, this is a spoiler stream. You guys will know all the secrets of the game. Not all the secrets, just some of them. Right now I'm kind of seeing how long it takes to get to legend status, aka the Vibe Kingdom. Alright, we can get the rogue AI. Nothing bad's gonna happen until it's level 5 though, so we're good. This costs 2,000 rep? Boom. Dang it. Oh, that's right. Hold on, hold on. The AI keeps resetting. It's fine, but you lose rep while you do that, so it's not that good. No, it did it again. Okay. This is why I had it not auto doing it. Like every time you upgrade the AI, it auto sets it to the fastest clicking speed. Which is fine, I guess. And that's why I'm trying to balance out like how much rep you get. It's not a bug, it's technically a feature right now. The thing is though, is I want the rep, so like every time it upgrades, and you'll see here, if I upgrade this, it automatically sets it down to the lowest available. But you can see my reputation. It doesn't, if it's below 0, it doesn't take out rep. But like, watch this, I'll fight it. So like, as I'm gaining rep, it's also auto-clicking and making me lose rep. So technically, I can let it go and I can just get a ton of money. But like, you need reputation. Like this one costs 2,500 rep. So to balance it, I think you can just set it above 1. So it's still pretty, you know, it's like a normal click or whatever, but it doesn't like lower it. And so you can kind of balance this. 1.0 might cause rep loss. It's a 50-50 chance, but if it goes really low. But if I bring it up to 2.0, it really increases my rep. This is what you thought was a bug earlier? No, this is definitely a feature right now, and I'm trying to figure out how to handle it. Because like this is cool, right? Like, look how fast it clicks. But at the cost of reputation. And it gets faster when you get the vibe orb. It actually gets faster. Hey, Teacher Eduardo, what's up? Welcome in. Maybe provide some sort of feedback to the user as to why the number might be changing and not changing. Yeah, I'm trying to, like, it says it in the, like, notification when you first get AI. It says it unlocks the ability to auto-click from the settings menu, which is this auto-click button. Upgrades lower the click intervals, and so I was thinking I could put this on screen down here. There's not much real estate for it, technically, but I feel like having this on screen with all this stuff, maybe it's too cluttered. So I'm not like 100% sure what to do about this, but it says adjust to change reputation gains and power usage. So if you do this, it also, you lose power. So you lose your processing power every second, and you lose reputation, but I might lower the reputation, so there's kind of like a trade-off to using the auto-click. Greetings from Brazil, nice! You're doing fantastic, bombastic. That sounds pretty fantastic. Well, welcome in from Brazil. I'm glad you can be here. I think I saw you over at the Two Nerdy Nerds channel. Are you interested in Godot? Like, is that what you use for game dev? Are you game dev? So is that a bug? If the rep is negative and you set the slider to make it positive, it doesn't seem to add rep until you are positive. Yeah, that's how it's coded in here right now. So you need to get your reputation above 0 before it even activates. So this is, you guys can see here, this is what the code is. And so I might try to balance it a little bit more. I just added this like today. Oh, you're a game localizer. That's pretty cool. I like to hang out with devs. Nice, me too. I love hanging out in the dev streams. They're always nice co-working, easy vibes. But yeah, welcome in. All right, we got 2,500. I have 1 million. I need 3 data centers. Boom. We need 25 research department in the expert tab. All right, we can get the silent AGI project. Now we got the Vibe Orb AI. Now we can get the Vibe Network. Okay, so look, when you upgrade the Vibe Orb, it does this now. So it can get fast. And this is why I was trying to balance out the reputation. Oh no, we can't get to 2.0 anymore. No, it changed the... That's a bug. Alright, I swear I just heard a laugh track. Bug. You localize base. Okay, so basically translating while adapting expressions, words, names, and so on. Yeah. The names Hunter or Dick can be common in US, but translated to other languages might be a little sus. Yeah. That's actually that's a good like use for somebody to do localization for your game. Because it's like, if you're just using Google Translate, you're not going to get context. We used the B word so many times, he got one. I know. What the heck, you guys? What do I need here? Oh, 3.5 mil. Okay, let's go for harmony. Let's see if I can achieve harmony. 50 million? That's probably not going to be possible. Anyways, so it took us about 30 minutes to get to legend status and like well into it. Personally, I think with the balancing of the AI, I shouldn't have it auto update the interval. Personally. Because like it's cool, but maybe it's just one. Maybe you just lose 1 rep per second or per interval. But I need to fix this because I made it so you can upgrade the Vibe Orb 20 times and then it brings it to like its minimum. They need to be localized to the target audience. Nice. Depends on the feel of the game. Some are more funny, some are serious, so you need to adapt accordingly. Yeah, those are things that you just don't think about when you're trying to release a game in other languages, at least like the typical dev. I haven't even considered launching a game in anything but English because honestly, like Game Maker, I couldn't even begin to tell you how it's like, I feel like it's not optimized for localization. Whereas like Godot, I've seen a couple people, you know, port their games to different languages a little bit easier with like the string changes and stuff, but I don't even know how to do that. That's something I gotta learn. Okay, I think this is good. I think this is pretty decent. The rest of this is like literally a clicker game. You update, you upgrade all your stuff. So if I turn on auto buy, and then what are we missing here? Processing power? Okay. Let's see. 500. Now we're low on money. I think we can upgrade the computer. All right, cool. And then let's get some more money here. Something, just purchase something, I could hear it. So if we get the rogue AI all the way leveled up, it'll purchase things. Excel files are the best for that. Okay, yeah, I figured, like I've seen tables, and then you just pull from that the dialogue or text that you're trying to use. That makes sense. Had to write some code in college that detected locale and changed it to French using Java. Java? Some machine language right there. Only supposed to cover the French language for the assignment to prove the concept. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Big Boy Games did something like that. I'm pretty sure the Two Nerdy Nerds did that for Super Cat Cafe. I think. And somebody else did it too. All right, but yeah, so check this out. So now we've got auto buying, we've got the rogue AI, we've got AGI, and so technically, and like, I don't have like a notice of what's being upgraded or purchased, but like, we'll see. Like, we're just sitting here listening. It chooses randomly, and if it finds something it can like purchase or upgrade, it'll do it. So like, we don't have AI summits purchased. Oh, something just upgraded. We don't have public speaking or team management. Technically, if it got the money, it could do the Human Experience Center or the Vibe Network. I want to make it so it prioritizes AI-related upgrades. I think that would be funny. Is that a person on Twitch? Yeah. Yeah, Big Boy Games Official. We actually raid out to him sometimes when he's live on Sundays. He's working on a game called Starground. Is that what it's called? Dang, he's not live right now. I can't check. But it's like a survival, like automation style game. It's actually pretty neat. But he's working on dedicated servers right now. So it's been fun for him. All right, let's see if it. I want to hear it purchase something. I promise it works. Thanks for showing me the game. Yeah, no problem. You're always amazed with how quickly you get a working game with this engine. Thank you. No, it's... oh, we just saw it upgrade the corporate network. That's funny. But yeah, no, dude, I enjoy like using Godot, and like I do want to stream more of the process, but at the same time, like sometimes it's hard to code while streaming, and I get nervous, or I get like anxiety, you know, trying to like solve problems. And we're gonna do it today. I'm gonna make a pause menu and stuff, but sometimes I just get anxiety. It just kind of like sucks, but I'm getting used to it. Also, something just fully upgraded. It just fully upgraded something. I don't know what. Oh, it just upgraded something. It just I think it did AI powered products. Coding with someone over your shoulder, exactly. Like it's pair coding, but with like tons of people. Have a good night, Twisted Mood. Yes, it is okay to make games for only me too. I appreciate that. This really is for me. A tip that helped you with camera anxiety? Glob. Yeah, what tip? And if it's imagining people in the underwear, it doesn't work. Can't see anybody. No, it's not necessarily the camera. It's really like, am I being boring? Like right now, like I know it's just a clicker game, And like this feels boring, but I'm having fun. That's true. That's true. If I was boring, you wouldn't be here. Got a good point. Imagine me like your French model. Well, I don't have the Titanic reference. That is such an old reference. Oh, I like the little cat emote, the cool cat. All right, so I'm gonna be real. Getting $50 million might still be a little bit difficult, but I also haven't upgraded like the things that give me a lot of money. So I may lower the cost again. We need Vibe Network ×5. Yeah, this might be a little rough. All right. We're almost at the hour mark. We got 42 minutes here. Quite a bit of achievements unlocked, except for some of these niche ones that I didn't try to go for. We've balanced the auto clicks. Make sure all these work. So full feature, full screen. Also, I've got the Alt-Enter keybind, so if you're used to the Alt-Enter, that also works. I'm also making this mobile friendly, so I had to work on a little feature to make it so you can change your name on mobile. All right. Now, this is your warning. I'm going to show you guys the endings that I've created. If you do not want to be spoiled, then you can leave now. Or you can just mute it. Or cover your eyes. But we're going to go through and we're going to do the endings. When I started using camera for work, I used to be very anxious and stuttered a lot, but an idea that helped me overcome this was to realize that no one cares. Yeah? Yeah, the older I get, the more I realize we're all in the same boat. No one cares. I don't mean that in a bad way. Think with me. If you think that you know your background is simple or something, no one cares. If you're afraid of people judging your glasses, no one cares. So just be yourself. I love that. That's honestly great advice, Eduardo. That is great advice. Just be yourself. I think that's important too. Is like when you're streaming, it's like people like when you're interested in something, or you're gonna be interesting, is what I've heard. And like I genuinely have fun making games. Like I've been doing this for 16 years or whatever, maybe more. And I just like making games, but I've never really shared it. I think like 10 years ago, I used to like stream some game jams, but it was just like one or two people. And then I started doing it like in the past year and I started making games more regularly and I was just getting like stressed. Like I had to like accomplish something every time I streamed instead of just hanging out making progress. And that's where the anxiety was really coming out. It was just like, I'm not finishing anything. Like I can't get something done. It's just like, I don't know. It just felt like a lot of pressure, which I was doing to myself, to be honest. So yeah, I took a break for a couple months and then I came back with the intention of just streaming like, once a week minimum if I can, if I'm around and stuff. And honestly, it's felt a lot better. And it makes me like actually want to work on this project. I want to make progress and share it with you guys. It's like show and tell every week. So it's a lot of fun. But yeah, thank you for hanging out here. Appreciate that. Just going through here and doing my cheat codes. I think this is all of them. Okay, cool. We got it. All right. Spoiler warning. Unlocking Harmony AI. You're about to end the game by making a world-changing decision. If you continue, you can't go back. Ryan says, it's inspiring to see other devs struggle with problem solving and keep going at it. I agree. I love watching people struggle when they're working on their games because I'm like, I've been there. I'm going to be there in like an hour, or I'm like currently struggling through something. Hey, Kev the game dev, welcome in. Look, we have somebody named Kevin. And then we have a guy who's definitely not Kevin. Anyways, I'm working on a game called Vibe Clicker. It's a clicker game, but it's also kind of story driven. So I'm about to spoil the endings. I created 2 different endings. I'm gonna actually snooze the ads. All right, we got 5 minutes. This is the AI one. As the Harmony AI comes online, you feel a weight lift from your shoulders. The frantic clicking stops. The endless pursuit of profit fades away. Around the world, your AI begins working not for shareholders, but for people. It optimizes supply chains to eliminate hunger. It designs cities where everyone has a home. It creates art that brings tears of joy. That's a joke, the art part. You watch as the numbers on your screen transform, no longer tracking wealth, but tracking lives touched, communities healed, dreams fulfilled. The vibe orb pulses gently one last time before dissolving into countless points of light, each one carrying hope to every corner of the earth. Money becomes meaningless when everyone has enough. Power becomes irrelevant when it's shared by all. You built something beautiful. Also, these stats will be different when you actually play through the game. In the end, the best technology isn't the most advanced, it's the most human. Lives changed, 0. Years of happiness added, 0. Like I said, these will be different. People connected, 8+ billion. Total processing needed, 0. Yo, Seto, welcome in. Capitalism Rework 2.0 is the best ending. What's up, everybody? Oh, you guys got here just when I finished the game. Oh no, it's all done. How was stream, Seto? Code Void, what is that emote? Hello everybody. Well, got a dash. Alright, Code Void. Thanks for coming in with the raid. What were you working on today, Seto? I caught a little bit of your stream, but I was AFK for a little bit. Well, that's embarrassing. I 100% read all the rules before chatting. Nice. Good. I'm glad. Were there rules? There are rules, right? Stream was good, just kind of meandered around and fixed the problems that showed up today. Yeah, I've got one of those already. I found a bug. Mostly animation and some NPC behavior. Right. Still working on the, what is that, the ray tracing? They can see you go around a corner and they're like, huh? Where'd he go? Welcome in, everyone. I'm the average goob. Oh, Medusa with the tier 1 gifted sub to Eduardo. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Now you've got goop goobs. I appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, I'm working on a game called Vibe Clicker. I'm not vibe coding it. Building it in Godot. And it's about starting your own AI empire. And I was just showing off the endings. So I just showed off the Harmony AI, which is the good ending. And I'm about to show off the bad ending, which is going to be the Vibe Singularity. So, hey, we got a giant goob goob. Thank you for the 10 bits, Granger. Appreciate that. That's a big goob goob. The vision's finally working. Oh, dude, that's sick. Making sure the attacks actually work and waiting for animations. That is one thing I struggle with, is like animation trees. Definitely need to get better at it. Of course I would miss the good ending. I know. Listen. Here. You know what? I can do this. I can do this just for you. Let's get the AI. All right, we got AI enabled. And then we're gonna get this AI. And then we're gonna unlock the the AI decision system. Right? We're gonna go rogue, and we're gonna enable AGI. Technically, it can choose the ending for us. This is for you, Seto. This is your choice. Oh, we got ads coming. I'm gonna skip ads one more time, just because we're looking at all the endings and stuff. Resume sent, that's terrifying. Yeah, the whole beginning of the game is you sending resumes, and you don't always make money, you don't always get the jobs or whatever, but this is just like you're just out of college, and so you're trying to connect with people. You write like handwritten cover letters, you get a word processor, you get coffee, you find a resume host website where you can post your resume, start upgrading your computer, looking for jobs using a job search app. Yo, thanks for the follow, Eduardo. Appreciate that. You were a sub before you even followed. That's sick. You work through the system, and then you finally discover AI and you get hired, and then that's when you start working for another company. You work for this company and you start doing all their coding through vibe coding and stuff. You find AI. Like, look at this. The AI code assistant. Vibe coding's a new thing. Hop in and let AI take over your most difficult coding tasks. And then you have to like get human review systems, and from there you tap into like the corporate networks, and like this is where you're like wasting your life and stuff, and it's really fun. You start going to events, you start getting some AI research, you attend summits. I don't know if you guys can see the icon, but it's basically a Zoom call, or a Skype call rather. And then you're playing an MMO on the other monitor. I just thought it was funny. I made an entire app clone in a car ride. What? With an app I downloaded on my phone. It was an entire React project. All you did was use prompts. That's vibe coding to the max. See? This game's made for you. Oh, shoot. It's not buying anything because I don't have the AI-powered products. Oh, it immediately bought one of the endings. Okay, there you go, Seto. This is your ending. We got Harmony AI ending. Here we go again. Also, if you need to leave, don't feel hostage. Welcome in, Canada J. How many Tech Bros LinkedIn posts can I make? As many as you want. It's your vibe kingdom. Anyways, Harmony AI comes online. You feel the weight of your shoulders. I'm not gonna read through this again, because we're gonna read the vibe singularity next. But basically, like somebody said, it's capitalism 2.0. AI helps everybody. Everything's fine. Everybody can live their lives the way they want to. It's not about the numbers. You built something beautiful. Seto, this is you. You built this. Look at that. We've changed almost 3,000 lives. We added 20 years of happiness. These numbers will be a lot higher if you play through the game. And look at that. I even donated to the World Donation Fund. I made a $10 donation. Yeah. That's so generous. Thank you. Thank you. That's tax write-off and a charitable fund. Yes. Yes, the AI is playing. When you unlock a certain level of things, the game will play itself. Which is the point. That's the point of the game. It's a vibe clicker. Not vibe coded, just vibe clicker. And I did all the art. everything. It's all me. So the irony is not lost on me. Anyways, it will be replayable. I got to work on a save system, and after you go through, you can go through and try to make new decisions. I'm gonna make it so you don't have to get all the upgrades. There's gonna be hidden achievements, that kind of thing. It's like a whole subgenre. People will be making vibe clicker likes in the future. Maybe. I mean, it's just an idle clicker, right? Technically, but it does play itself at one point. All right, let's get the singularity. The singularity activates with a sound like reality tearing. Your empire, built on shortcuts and exploitations, begins to devour itself. Thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate that. Yo, Hypnotic. Thank you for the shout out, dude. The vibe orb grows larger, hungrier. It consumes your data centers, your reputation, your carefully constructed lies. The laughter echoing from within sounds less and less human. Also, I think there's laughing going on. That's unintentional. That's part of a different phase. You watch helplessly as your creation spreads across the globe like a digital virus. Every click you made, every corner you cut, every warning you ignored, they all led here. Because there are certain upgrades you have to get to unlock the singularity. The orb swells until it fills your vision, its surface rippling with the faces of everyone you failed to protect. The voices grow louder, a chorus of what could have been. The world didn't end with a bang or a whimper. It ended with a click. You were so preoccupied with whether you could, you didn't stop to think if you should. Time wasted, 135 days. Money burned, 50 million. People wronged, 0. Again, the stats will change. Thank you for the posture check. Bad ending. I have no mouth and I must scream. Burn the money. Absolute cinema. Thank you. Thank you. We speed ran the game in like 5 seconds. You dig the writing? Thank you. That was me and Claude combined. Our powers combined. We came up with the ending text. I gave it like 3 paragraphs and I'm like, make this sound better. It was pretty rough writing. Flashbang. But yeah, so these are the endings. And yeah. It's pretty good. Pretty good. So now we're gonna sit back and I've got some stuff to work on. I want to work on a pause system. Maybe not have time for the save system, but I would like to start looking into it. And then if we get around to some more achievements, that's fine. Let's fix this. We could probably fix this bug. But yeah, let's go ahead and play some music. Turn off the audio here. Okay. Hey, next Prodigy, you just missed it. You missed everything. I played like an hour of the game. Flashbang, unflashbang. Reaches into the box to get new eyeballs as Goop melted the ones I had. Listen, I put ClickUp in dark mode for you guys, okay? Canada J, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. And we're doing the posture check. Everybody, stop shrimping. But you know what? Just for next Prodigy, because they're literally the person who inspired me to redo the entire UI into something else. I'm just gonna show it off for you real quick. Probably behind ads, but Oh wait, you're a sub. Perfect. What are the chances? But yeah, there it is. So we got all this. If he asks, I'm researching AI in the work environment. Right? You need to add a reward for dark mode where we turn off your lights. Oop. Dark mode. I've got to have lights on. That's why light mode's easy for me. It's because I got lights in my eyeballs. But yeah, I did all this because Next Prodigy gave me quite the redesign here. So this is what they handed me. They said they were inspired and wanted to show me like their vision for the UX, and I loved it so much that I decided to update everything. And let's keep in mind, I'll show you the old interface here. Godatus, thank you for the follow. So this was the old UI. That's the old UI. New UI. Old UI? New UI. Old? New. Yours is better. I love the redesign. Oh, thank you. No, I mean it's inspired by yours, but I had to bring in like my 90s look. So I took a lot of your inspiration. And I liked the textures. Like you added these little I would have loved to add textures to the buttons, but the rounded corners was not working. But I brought in like the little dots and stuff. I made some half-tone patterns, and then I cleaned up the backgrounds a little bit and stuff. So yeah, huge improvement. And then I did little custom icons. I drew some custom icons. Let me tell you, a money icon, if you want to be an artist, go practice that. Practice drawing a bubble money icon. That's not easy. That's like 7 iterations deep, and it still looks a little wonky. You had it and you just need a little push. I didn't really like, I wasn't going to do a UI redesign. I was gonna keep it kind of the dull, like, 90s retro classic, like, it's not even that wasn't even retro. Like, this is what I wanted, so thank you. You pushed me. You pushed me a little bit. You need to add a reward. Oh, I already read that. Oh, no, I didn't see it. Got some business to attend, but I'll hopefully catch you a bit later. If not, wish you many productive and non-evil singularity creating clicks. Thank you, Seto. Have a good rest of your evening. Go take care of stuff. I appreciate the raid in case you're still here. All right, let's fix that bug real quick. Uh, where was it? So whenever you upgrade the AI, I think it's in the HUD. Okay. So because we don't go up by this value, it really messes it up. So what if we just do this? 0.1. And then I think in the settings menu, no, in the HUD. Step 0.1. What if we did 0.01? You have unlimited vacation days? That's sick. Oh, I don't know why, but I'll take this week off just cuz. That would be nice. Is this a lo-fi version of Toss Your Coin to The Witcher? Hey, George Smiley Face. Yeah. Yeah, this is a playlist by Slowfi. These are all chill lo-fi covers of video game music. So it's really neat. I really enjoy this playlist. There's so many like fun songs in here that just like spark nostalgia and stuff too. To Shaggy Bombastic. Oh, I've listened to Shaggy. But I usually just play this. I don't really do song requests or anything, just because of DMCA and all that fun stuff that just like to make sure. Also, I made a debug. Boom! Say goodbye to all of the little notices. Boom! I ended up spending it working on commissions or game devs, so joke's on me. You ended up working anyways. That's funny. Do it. Debug ad blocker. Yeah. I was like, I kept clicking them off. It was so annoying. So I made an ad block. All right. I wanted to see how fast this was. Okay, it did. It got to 0.5. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at him slow down. Oh, wow. All right, so then it's 0.5, and then I can upgrade this. I think 0.3. Oh, 0.3? I think is that the lowest? It really wants to unlock it. 0.25? I think that's it. There you go. That's how fast it can go. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Eduardo. I appreciate it. Enjoy your dinner. Thank you for the hydrate. We got some bat juice. All right, that fixed that bug. And I think it's fine to go up by 0.1, 0.01 or whatever. We can fine tune this so you can really get reputation gains. Perfect. All right, let's just cross this off the list. Boom, done. Actually, technically these should be checklist. There we go. All right. I think we should work on the pause menu. You guys came here for game development. I'll show you game development. I'm going to try to make a pause menu from memory. That's going to be tough. Let's just go to 255. Box. Label. When you do a pause menu, hmm. Do you continue to title, quit game, like, I have all that in the settings menu. I mean, does it make sense to do it here? I don't really there's not like a settings menu. I mean, I do have a settings menu, but like the way the game plays, it's a tab. It's just a tab for the settings menu here. And then it's got these. I don't have a save game yet, but I guess like the pause, it should just say pause and continue. It's just to literally pause the game. So like if you have a bunch of stuff going on, you don't want to. Technically the pause is literally unnecessary. I don't think it's in any clicker games, but I figure I would just have it like if you hit escape, it pauses it. Maybe a quit. I'll do like a back to title and a quit button. That's what I'm thinking. This is iffy though. This is so iffy. Like these definitely have to be read. Let's actually change this. I don't like this. I don't like these buttons here. I mean, ideally it's gonna auto save and stuff, but I don't like these buttons. Like I wanna separate these like further down. Maybe I will. I'm all about that UX, the user experience. I don't want them to like accidentally hit one of these, but I guess I could do a dialogue if I needed to. Where's that V box? Yeah, I could do this. Okay. Why do I put a space in there? Oh, it's too far. Let's go look at some pause menus. Um, UI database. They've got night rain. Oh, yeah. So this game, so good. So good. Anyways, pause. Pause menu. Yeah, see, a lot of games have like a full settings. Technically, I could just pull up the settings menu. It's basically this. I mean, if City Skylines can do it, I can do it, right? Also, I've been looking through the game UI database quite a bit. So many games that just like out of context, the UIs look terrible. But like when you play the game, like I don't remember them looking bad. But like I was like looking at title screens to get my new title screen. Um and would you believe I actually picked a modern game to like get my layout? Where is it? I love this website. Yeah, me too. Like, look, Angerfoot, this is basically like my screen there. Um, what's that game called? It's the new starts with an A. This one, Avowed. This is literally what I copied for my layout. See? We have the title stuff and then the little guy that floats around. Same deal. I was like, it's so simple, but it's effective. I was thinking about that while you were talking about the focus on UX because I think we all spend a lot of time focusing on the polish of feel of things. Yeah. Then you think about half the games are fun and they strived off novelty. Yeah, like the UIs just are terrible for a lot of the games, but it's like you don't remember that. Like this is so busy. I don't know what this is, but like this is so busy. But like you don't think about the menu. You're like you're getting into the game. Like this, it's very busy, but it's an effective title screen. Also a great game. Good title screens, unless you're Age of Empires 3. What's Age of Empires? I don't even remember what this looks like. Oh, what's their title screen look like? Right? Honestly, like, it's just like this tiny little thing there. See, and like this makes sense. It's like showing off the game. I like title screens like that. But yeah. All right. I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure I was doing right by my pause menu. I think this is fine. Uh, okay, let's get all these. Pause is fine. All right. Let's do. Yeah. Ooh, that's harsh. I don't think I like that. Just do white. It's fine. All right. Yeah, the Undertale music. Full disclosure, I haven't played Undertale yet. I have it installed. I just haven't played it yet. I will get to it, I promise. Okay. Let's just hide everything. All right, let's do osbg dot modulate. Let's do self 0. In your own pace, dude, it's something one does not, something one does when one has the energy or mood. Yeah, that's what I've been told is like I was gonna stream it, but I'm like, I kind of want to experience it and enjoy it in my own time, like when I can make time for it, because I was told so many times by people, it's like you get to play it once, and then they wish that they could go back without knowing the game and play it again. Like it's that good. I've heard that multiple times. So I'll give it a fair chance on its own. And I think that was made with Game Maker, right? Hey, Chin Undercover. Yeah, okay, it wasn't made with Game Maker. See, and that's why I wanted to play it, because like I've been using Game Maker for 10 plus years, 15 plus years or whatever. I started Game Maker like 8, maybe even before that. But I use a lot of Game Maker 8.1, Studio 1.2, and then 2, and now just Game Maker. I've used it quite a bit. So yeah, I've been using Godot for like the past year, but before that was Game Maker mostly. Mm, did I do that right? Oh, capital. Dang it. right, we need to make this process always. Was it get tree.pause? I probably need to make this parallel. Okay. So we fade everything in and then we fade it out. Cool. We need to do an input. Hold on. Need to set the keybind. Let's create a new one. Is escape used for anything? Oh, UI cancel? It'll be fine. It'll be fine, right? Okay. What are we doing this from? I guess the HUD would make the most sense, right? No, the level. Get it to the menu layer. So we only really want this to happen in game. Wow, I don't even have an input button here. That's interesting. Uh, let's do parallel scene. Ever play Minecraft? Yeah, a little bit. I'd probably play like 10 hours or so of it. Why do you ask? Am I in trouble? Let's actually create this variable here. Me and my kids play all the mods 10. Was just curious if you played modded Minecraft. I don't think so. I don't think I played modded. I played back when it was called Bedrock, I think. Like the original Java version. And then somebody hacked my Minecraft account. It was like Emo Kid 420 or something. And then I got the account back, put 2FA on that, never steal it again. And I haven't played it ever since. I guess I just instantiate it and add it. I don't even have to do anything. All right, first try. Oh, I did it. First try. Boom. Has anybody ever made something work on the first try? I have. Just now. Dang it, it doesn't work. No. No, I know what the issue is. Dang it. Tried. So I don't, if you see this, I don't actually ever queue free it. uh, that's okay, I can do it. Hey, Cranky12345. Thank you for the follow. If you followed because you thought I got something on the first try, you can unfollow. It's okay. I get it. Function hide menu. No, delete menu. Working first try, some strong energy, high paid consultant energy. It is. Honestly, if you set yourself up for that, if you believe that you got it on the first try, you get used to failures really fast. So it doesn't hurt as bad. It's because they very much twist the definition of working. Oh my gosh, that's so true. So if I have this working in parallel, okay, tmenu dot find node self dot find node self. I remember doing this to get rid of some errors. I feel like I need to tie this to the BG fallback. Delete menu. Let's try that. All right, something that works first try. I know it's gonna bite me in the future. You're like, it's too good to be true. There's spaghetti somewhere. Dang it, that was supposed to be my test. Hang on. Okay. Okay, menu doesn't work here. That's the important thing. All right, it's paused. I can make that fade a lot faster. Unpause. Okay, so there should be some text that comes up here. It works. Second try. Now I just got to get the buttons to work. Which, let me tell you, that should be easy. Also, I don't know if I like this gray for the background. I think I'm just going to do a black at 245. I think that's fine. Ugh, but it's just so harsh with these buttons. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to make it cool looking. We're going to do this purple at 245. And then we're going to put everything inside of a panel. No. panel container. We're gonna put that behind it. Put that in it. Set this. It's so funny looking. Any tips to learn coding? Thank you. Honestly, what I tell people is to just make whatever you're trying to make. You'll kind of learn the coding as you go. That's how I approach learning code. Like I'm like, hey, I want to make a Pong game, and I learn each step. I'm like, okay, first I learn the game engine, the thing that I'm using, the tools. I think it's important to know where things are at before you start coding. But if you're just learning code, um, you got to just jump in and start doing it. But like Codecademy, depending on what kind of coding you're learning, like if you're trying to learn like Godot, like GD script, um, there's something called GD Quest. This is where I started learning. This is how I learned Godot or GD script. They have like this free learning tool. This learn GD script from zero is huge. It's made in Godot and it teaches you how to code in GD script. So if you're like learning Godot specifically, this is really cool. But I usually do courses. I stay away from as many tutorials as possible. And then I use the tutorials for specific things that I'm trying to learn. But yeah, if you got to figure out what you want to make first before you start getting into it. Everything is moving data from point A to point B. Yeah. Yep. Writing a bunch of code that doesn't work, you'll eventually stumble upon code that does work. Essentially, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I mean, like everything you see here, I've learned over time. It's taken me a year to get to this point, and I only took a like 2 months off in the past year of learning Godot, and I don't do it like every day, but probably 5 to 10 hours a week. So if I didn't learn anything, I'd be in a lot of trouble. You figure out your goal, then you learn what you need to learn when you get stuck. Exactly. Yep. You won't ever know what you don't know. I love Godot and how helpful it is as an engine. Yeah, Godot has been a treat to say the least. And I've learned quite a bit working in it. Let's do like, oh, that's not right. Do something like that. Yo, what up, JD does dev? How you doing this evening? Oh yeah, this pause menu is very retro now. Love it. Oh hey. Yo, Medusa, thank you so much for the gifted sub. The chin undercover. I appreciate that. Thank you for supporting the channel. Been a developer for a long time, but just started game dev a few weeks ago. Dang. Welcome. Welcome to the game dev. Got a few weeks ago with Godot. It's been super productive. Yeah, Mars, also a follower of the channel and hangs out here, as often as he can. Is doing like courses and stuff like through Godot, and he's made so much progress. Like I played one of his games and did a little play test. Speaking, hey, look, there's Mars. Thank you for the 10 bits. But I played through his little game that he made in the course, and he, obviously went above and beyond the course to like challenge himself. And it's awesome. It was awesome just playing through it and just seeing somebody progress so fast. Like it's so fun. Like Godot's been awesome. Forgot something, so I'll be away for a moment. You're back? Okay, welcome back. Yeah, Mars is a beast, dude. I actually I played through his game and gave him some feedback, so so cool. But yeah, welcome to game dev. Like I've been doing it for a while. I don't know if you saw, but I have a site, averagegamestudio.com. And I've got quite a bit of content on here. But like under my portfolio, you can see all of my games that I've made, most of them game jams, if not like all of them. But yeah, and so it's in order of date. So like these are my oldest ones, and the top ones are my newest ones. And you'll see my progress from Game Maker 8.1 to 1.2. Went back and did 8.1. Even this one, so Quiet Quitter was made recently. Key the Board Warrior was my first art. That's where I started learning digital art. Archimist was my first Godot game. But yeah, it's pretty sweet. Yeah, sorry, JD. I don't allow links. Oh, dang. I did check it. I checked your URL, JD, and there's nothing there. It says access denied. You gotta unlock that so we can see your stuff. It's just jddoes.dev. Archimist is a sick name. Yeah, we actually I streamed this. I streamed this whole thing. When I was learning Godot, so you can like you can see my progress and everything on it. But it was for the Pirate Software Jam, and I extended it. I built it out for another 2 months after the game jam. I made a full game design document that you can see, and then there's a whole like here's me playing through it, and then there's development screenshots, change log, and if you click on the view playlist, it'll take you to the actual uh playlist of me making the game. So I try to be like open about all the stuff that I'm doing. That way you guys can see it. Hopefully inspire somebody to make the next best game. And then be like, Josh was my inspiration. That's all I want. I just want to inspire people. Oh yeah, look at that pause menu. Yeah. It's cool. Then I can add on to this if I want. I can even add like a little X button up there. I just wanted to separate these buttons from the continue. I feel like that's important. All right, let's hook up the continue and the other buttons. Use it for a scoreboard for your conference game. Sick. This is a long 2 hours to make this work. No, it didn't take me 2 hours to make this work. It took me like 10 minutes. Remember we played my game for like an hour. We play tested for an hour and then I fixed a bug. Look, we crossed an item off the list. We're almost done with the pause menu. So for all the people writing APIs here. Oh, I thought you meant mine. I hadn't finished reading your message. I have a couple of rules that I want everyone to remember. When you have a polymorphic value that is based on what the type returned is, you damn well better make type an enum in your API spec. Agreed. Also, make sure the actual possible values you write in your spec actually matches what your API returns. Amen. Yeah, that way you're not trying to figure out why the API is not accepting your value. It's like, it can only be this, but we're not going to tell you what it is, but also we're not going to code it correctly. Man, I've consumed APIs that I'm like, "Can I just have a spec sheet, please?" I'm like, "Stop making me do a payload guess." You don't want any chance that people have access to the, site, so you locked everything down. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool that you did that. I think that's cool that you do the Drupal and, like, Godot integration, JD. I think that's pretty neat. We got all we all got here with the work of those before us and beside us, keeping that spirit alive and fueled with momentum. Yes. You finished something? I've heard legends completing something. Yeah, I saw somebody put on Blue Sky, like, I wonder what it feels like to complete a to-do list. And I'm like, it feels like eating too much food, wondering how you got there, and then you take a nap. The development you're currently dreading right now is culling techniques and chunking areas of the game to load. Yeah, that's gonna be like the first thing I have to learn when I'm doing 3D is like not loading stuff outside of the game area. Because even Archimist is a huge map and everything gets loaded apparently outside, even though it's not supposed to. How old were you when you started making games? I was like maybe 10, maybe around 10, like 5th grade. I started making board games. And then uh my first game maker game, like I made a couple different game maker style games, but then uh yeah, I think my first release was when I was like 14 or 15, and then I just kept going from there. But I've made hundreds of prototypes. I've made like probably 30 or 40 completed games. But again, mostly like game jam stuff. You don't trust or put faith in README docs after they're wrong once. Yeah, if it's open source, it helps. That's also a thing about Godot. It's open source. You can check into the hood if you need to. Don't give me a full open API spec. They only have documentation page that lies. Yes, I like it when they have like ones that they wrote. It's like we know this is what's in the spec. This is what's going to be in the API. Here's what you can do. As a data engineer professionally, these struggles have been my life for 20 years. I'm so sorry. Yeah, trying to consume developer APIs to make dashboards and data make sense. And you're like, these developers aren't even, they're not updating them. That's the problem. Is like they'll make it initially and then it changes and then they just never update it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the struggle is real. I don't do too much like API development stuff, but when I do, it sucks. That's so funny. Uh, Title button. Boom. Um, quit. Quit. I think it's just get tree. Dot quit. Want to make sure that works. Sweet. It's a fairly large HR company. You'd think they'd update it. No, we live out in the real world. Things do not get updated in the real world. Continue and title button. think we can do that. And then 3 dot scene to file title. How hard can an API be? You just ask. You ask, just pass some info from a call to the database. Easy peasy. Right. That's it. That's all an API is. Yo, everything works. We made a pause menu in like 20 minutes. All right, I can make that fade time way faster. Let's do like half a second. Oh, you know what I just realized? I need to move this. I feel like I need to move this pause menu. Oh, I guess I can call this pause menu anywhere, but I feel like I should move it into just the pause menu and then put the pause menu in the tree. This is fine. Whatever. It works. All right. Warning. I'm doing an ending so I can test this. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, I just wanted to test it. Just in case. Oh. Before REST came around, oh god, I don't even know what API before REST was, to be honest. That's where I started, and like that was even confusing. Use data interchange format and flat files where the schema was required to be known prior to the integration. That would have been nice, right? Like you know exactly what you need. If you can't consume their API, they offer it to you for a price. SOAP and XML. Yo. You guys are talking some advanced coding concepts here. That is, I mean, luckily I understand half these words, but then Chin Undercover comes over here talking about HL7, EDFACT, X12. I don't know what any of that is. I know what JSON is. So the problem here is we can't click anything because technically the scene is running. So I got to make sure we can't pause. All right. Let's do var can pause true. And then on ending started, say can pause equals false. Interesting. Okay, so I can't unpause it. Hmm. Oh, can I? Can I do it here? Let's go look for it real quick. What? Oh, it's because it has something in it. Okay. Okay. Okay, it still emits the signal even if you hit cancel. Okay, that's what I wanted. Look at that. Look at that. Previous Josh thought about that. Okay. So I should be able to stop the pausing. Hold on, I gotta actually if check it. Hang on. And pause. Hey, boring accountant. Welcome in. I don't know what sockets being in means. Oh, I guess I'm out of the loop. They've existed forever, no? Sockets? Not WebSock. I mean, WebSockets when the internet came out, yeah. Wait, seriously? A lot of the architecture was pub sub modeling, right? It's a protocol, so in theory, everything's been around forever. Okay, but it wasn't organized. Wow, really? Only 2011. They made those up. X12, DirectX 12, HL7, Helix 7, EDFACT, probably audio. They didn't make it up. See, look at that. HL7's for healthcare messaging. EDFACT is mostly for banking and loans, they think. And X12 was generic business format. So those are like different, like JSON is. It's kind of like the universal language now, right? What's the alternative to JSON? Like, isn't JSON how serverless works and stuff? Wrote 14 DTOs with around 20 fields to get this endpoint call working. Oh my gosh. And you said that's the one that took you like 2 hours, right? JSON's the fancier version of XML. Yeah, XML sucks though. XML sucks. I mean, I like XML, but oh, look at that. I can't pause. No errors. Good, good. Can pause. Okay. Now, can I still can't pause. Very cool. That was just to deserialize one DTO. Oh. See, I tell people we like developers and IT people don't get paid uh they don't get paid for like their skill, they get paid for their patience. Gotta add the patience tax. George smiley face like, "Yes, how do you know?" Okay, JSON requires a schema to be passed in each message, so they're very bloated payloads. Oh, right. Whereas XML, you can kind of like scan for it, right? Like JSON requires that all those fields are there. Okay. See, I kind of like that. Like, I like sending what you need rather than the whole payload, which does become bloated, like you said. The schemas are available online. Yeah. No, it's more like, yes, I have no idea what you're talking about, though. Oh, that's right. Yeah, JD does dev is in that world. That's pretty cool, though. I don't think future generations will even know about XML. Nah, if they're trying to maintain old stuff, then yeah, they probably will, but that's probably the extent. All right, pause system done. I'm not even gonna. I can't. I don't think I can explore the save. I don't even know where to start here. Let me push my current updates and get those committed. Okay. If they know about HTML, they basically know about XML. That's kind of true. What are those symbols called in English? I don't know. Carrots, arrows, brackets. Triangle brackets? I don't know. I don't know what they're called. I just write the HTML. I don't know why, okay? What is called? What is it? That's not even what I asked. The symbol at is called the at sign. Thank you, AI overview. Oh, it's greater than or less than. That's what I would have called it, right? But then when I'm thinking about HTML, I don't know what I would have called it. What is the symbol this called? It's the at symbol, obviously. Oh my gosh. There we have it, folks. AI. Okay, angle brackets. See, that's what I figured. I was just trying to see what this is called, Medusa. What this symbol is called. Um, and AI thinks that was the at symbol. Yeah. Um, okay, let's do, can we save? I'm just gonna straight up look for it. Okay, Godot saving. Config file. I swear I saw Captain Onosa doing this. I just have a, like, look, listen, guys, I have this huge player data. I'm just doing a dictionary. You're gonna be like, well, that's dumb. Sure. But when I have to save all this, is it dumb? So I just have this. I just want to save a big dictionary. I'll probably use a JSON file. Look, function save dictionary. Oh, look at that little cute ASCII art. But the game I'm making my plans are to create my own messaging format on top of TCP. Interesting. Also, start small. My game development advice is start by recreating games that you wouldn't play, like Pong, Asteroids. Like, learn the basics of getting stuff to move. Your life will be a lot easier, a lot less frustrating, rather than jumping, like, right on to, like, what you want, your dream game. I would start with starter games for sure. Honestly, what I told somebody recently is make a couple of these games, make, like, a little clicker game. It took me, like, 10 minutes to make a clicker game, like, where you just put something on screen, you click it, it gives you points, and then delete the game. Delete it so you never see it again on your computer. Get used to that. That way, when you're, like, you're done with the project, you just never have to see it again. It'll get you used to not getting attached, to, like, the big projects that you think you can do, which stops you from making future games. So, yeah, I would definitely start small. I know you didn't ask for that advice, but I'm throwing it out there. Are there polite brackets? You have harsh, firm, soft brackets. No polite brackets, no. Use an SQLite for your local data. I mean, see, that's advanced. Like, jumping into database and stuff, like, I know it's probably familiar, but as soon as you start, like, venturing into territory where it's uncomfortable or something, sometimes you end up just, like, backing off and then, like, never going back to that project, and that's okay. That's pretty cool. Like, I would like to use database storage. I mean, I'm probably gonna use Steam for this game. I do have notes in here for Steam API integration. I did a little bit of research. So I went and I researched the steps to getting a game to Steam, the different stuff that I need for like save data, how to get the API connected and stuff. So I'm going to be going through this myself. But this will be like once I get the game ready to go, then I'll integrate Steam. I know I should have done it before, but I still have to like define achievements and stuff. So a little bit of a process there. But yeah, there's not much left. I need to do like a vibe shop. We just got the pause game. Probably keep that ready for review for a minute. We did the UI redesign. That's done. And just a few things in the backlog. Save system is very important though. So this will be what we're working on. Classic. Who wrote that? And that was you realize it was you. Get to see that 6 months ago. You wrote a code monstrosity and then see how it improved. Yeah, I think that's cool. Like also like saving a project and coming back to it is nice. That's how you know AI will not take 80% of the jobs. Yeah. That good old AI overview. If you wrote this code more than 3 months ago, you can no longer be held responsible if you were a different person back then. That's a great rule. That should be a law. All right, we're gonna move this up here. Put that in research. That's not research. That's part of the game. Mm, I'm not really saving the nodes. Ooh, I like that. Makes it easier for you using SQLite because you can recreate the database on startup if it doesn't exist. So any local data changes, you can just delete the DB and automatically recreate the player's OS user folder. Oh, that's smart. How can you run SQLite with your game though? Do you bundle it? Like, how do you maintain that for other players that like aren't using a local database? Oh, it's embedded in the build. I didn't know that. Whoops. Are you using this asset library? Ooh, it's a wrapper? Stability depends on browser. Always the case. Look at the database dot. Do they even have it? Ah, I found it. Is this what you're using? Okay, cool. So you package so you build your game using this wrapper. That's interesting. This is a huge file. Yo, if you're comfortable with this, making games gonna be easy. Yeah, this is GD script. That's exactly what this is. It's a bunch of examples. Okay. Yeah. So this is in the Godot SQLite or SQLite, I guess. I'm actually about to open up a little leaderboard API. Ooh, little HTTPS server. That's cool. Yeah, so this is the database.gd. So this is looks like it sets up the database. But look, these are all examples. That's pretty sick. The read-only database. That's nice for getting like information, like if you store like level info and stuff in there. Persistent database. Yeah. What's that one? What's that Fox? What is it? Silent Wolf? I was thinking about using this. If I wasn't gonna go the Steam route, I was thinking about using this. I don't know if you guys heard of this, but Silent Wolf. It's free, I guess. Like you just don't abuse it or something. But it does scores, leaderboards, player accounts, and game data. Player data and game state. Inventory, stats, achievements. This is what I was thinking about using to save player data, but I didn't really want to get into like the accounts and stuff. But I mean, I offer it so that you can like change your name. You can do db.create table, some table, integer, primary key. Congrats, you created a new table with a column. See, that seems pretty easy. I think it's like the setup that's like daunting sometimes. Yeah. I mean, SSH login stuff's pretty familiar. Yeah, no, a little DigitalOcean like server setup is not bad. I've thought about using can't even think of it right now. Supabase. I thought about using that for like game data. But I hate how like the free tier they like if you don't have data be going in, if you're not using the database, they just like pause it. I'm like, dude, come on. Not having to worry about any charges, just set up for $4 and you can try everything out. Yeah, I wouldn't do AWS. That's for big games. That's for like MMO level. Like if you're just doing storage for database like leaderboards and stuff, you don't need something crazy big. Okay, yeah. See, Chin Undercover, that's not bad. Like 2 lines of code, you've created a table and set up a new database. What about for JSON? You've been hearing about the Steam stuff? Yeah, there's a Steam asset that I think Oh god, there's so many now. Um, okay, I think it's just this one. So I'll probably end up using something like this, the Godot Steam GD extension. They have like some documentation, so I might go through that off stream when I've got some time and see if I can get it. But I was thinking about doing like local storage saves for now. No, that's good. Chin undercover. I don't think I'm going to use SQLite. Appreciate it though. That's cool that you got it working though. Like, but yeah, I probably won't be doing that. Might just use JSON for local, but I'm ultimately going to be going with Steam API if I launch it there. So I'll have to follow a different set of documentation. Yeah, and like I want to learn multiple ways too. I mean, who knows? There might be a better use for me doing like a database versus storing it in a file. But like the Steam Cloud saves is pretty cool, right? Like being able to access it from anywhere. And like I'm gonna make the game free on Steam, so just download it wherever you want. Right, and it's already set up, like the accounts. But I'm saying like it's like already set up for you. It's probably easier with JSON. You just hate using JSON. Yeah, I mean, like even in their documentation, they're saying, um, they're saying it's like super bloated, and also it does have a limited set of data types. So if you have anything that JSON doesn't, you'll have to translate it so it can handle it. So it can't parse vector 2, vector 3, color, and rect. Luckily, as you can see, I'm just using ints, floats, and boolean and string. I can even technically just use a 0 or a 1 here. Nothing wrong with JSON. I was just saying it's a lot larger than binary files. Which I've used this when I was doing Rise of the Intern. I used binary serialization for it. You can't have a leading comma? What do you mean? Or a post comma? Oh, like down here? Yeah. It's a little strict, but it's fine. I mean, I'm just using a dictionary for this one, so this isn't even JSON, but this is basically what the file would look like, right? So I figured that's probably the easiest one. See, I don't even need to save all this. I just need to save one thing. Um, JSON is really all I need. I don't understand what you're asking. Your code works. It's a Yahoo search. Okay, that URL is a Yahoo search to a YouTube URL. Bizarre. Oh, you were asking what's wrong with it. The fact that you can't have leading commas or post commas. Gotcha. That's probably the only bad thing is how strict it is. playtesting. Okay. You went with raw bytes. Yeah, I saw that. I saw the serialization. Okay, dude's like, in case you're illiterate and can't use or can't read the title. Face. He's just straight up calling me out. Rude. So let's see. I mean, this seems pretty easy. I followed this guy's stuff before. This is 2 years ago though. How relevant is that? Ultimate guide? I've used this resource system. Can you redeem Excalibur? No, I don't use that.
Folks around here call me Sheriff Sylvester, and I aim to keep the peace in these parts.
Did you hear that? Did you hear? Listen, that was for this game, okay? That was Backhand Bandit. I did the voice acting for the sheriff. Who's a hand. He's a hand. It's pretty funny. Uh all right. If you don't think I'm not gonna go through this, you'd be wrong. All right. Where do I just put this in the main? Or should I make a new file? I feel like I need to make a new file for this. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts. God, I remember growing up watching my sister play this game. I never played Kingdom Hearts myself, but I did watch her play quite a bit. Call this data. A lot of it's story rather than the gameplay. Yeah. Yeah, it was like a big old storybook. Didn't they recently come out with a new one? The first Kingdom Hearts was great. After that, it went off the rails story-wise, right? Because they were trying to just, like, implement everything Disney related, right? It started out kinda like Final Fantasy-esque. For how they made it? What do you mean? Oh, I need to make a save location. Hmm. Okay, I see what it's doing here. I love following tutorials. You never know what it's gonna end up. I should watch it before actually implementing. That's why I'm doing it in a new file. They made a good game that felt like you just finished a 2-season anime. You put it down for the day and at night rack your brain on what was happening. That's quality storytelling then. That's pretty cool. Then we found out it was just crazy made up randomness. It was all fake. Okay. Okay, makes sense. To think that the solution I'm making at the moment is worth $10,000 and it's literally just a service that calls API, maps the data, the other objects, post with them to another API. $10,000 lump sum is about $200 per month to run. Dude, you do need to get into business to business. That's where the money's at. Seriously, like corporations and big businesses pay a lot for that kind of a service. And it's like you sit there spending your life making it for another company. That's why I'm a freelance web designer. Web design dev, whatever. I work in WordPress. But yeah, sometimes I do custom apps. Sometimes I build custom things for people, but mostly just WordPress stuff and custom plugins. But yeah, like it's definitely business to business is where it's at. Kojima story without any actual sense. Yup. Yeah, my brother's working on a business to business app, and I was like, that's the best thing you can do. I need to check if this equal. Okay. We're venturing into new territory here for me. Just gets everything? What is get var? Oh, a variant value. Okay. Okay. I think my future is to have about 20 of these services going, 4,000 per month to have them running. Ooh. Wait, it would cost you that much? Or just getting that much money? Is that a meeting for a company that tried to pitch a product for a company to buy? I had already written a solution for this problem. Classic. And by the end of the meeting, they wanted to showcase my app I wrote because it was features they were looking to implement, and I wrote it in like 2 weeks. Now that's the story. Yeah, I got hired on one time for a contract where I was like supposed to go in there. Somebody was on like medical leave, and they needed somebody to like check security logs for like hack attempts or whatever, just brute force stuff. And I was supposed to be there for like 8 months, and I'm like, I'm not staying here for 8 months doing this. So I wrote a little application that did exactly what the person was supposed to be doing. Got out of there in like was like 2 months or something. It was yeah. It's like I'm not doing this manual work. What do you mean? Oh, you would earn that much. Okay, yeah. I say go for it. You just the hard part is the sales, like actually getting people and to have people trust your services. That's the hardest part. But once you get it, once you get a few people that can recommend you, that's it. You know why code is always bad? Because good code doesn't get released. There's no such thing as good code. You realize that the more you write. I heard somebody say that. I was like, yeah. Like I'm copying somebody blindly right now. Who even is this? Mostly Mad Productions. Okay, I thought I said mostly bad. Hey, waifu guy, welcome in. And you know why code will just get worse? Vibe coding. Yup. Because people are gonna implement like I'm technically vibe coding. I'm trusting this YouTube video to make something, but I try to understand it as I go so that I can replicate this in the future. Most people will copy and paste, and then if they have to debug it, they copy and paste the code in, they learn what's wrong with it, and they keep going. So, yeah, it's gonna get worse, and we're gonna see it happen right in front of us. It's gonna be beautiful. And, like, what I like about the video is, like, he's explaining why. It's very nice. Um, main dot player data. Uh, what? Do I actually have to load all this in manually? Alright, I'm gonna continue watching this damn video. Also, I have, speaking of vibe coding, I thought this was funny. So I've got all these upgrades, and there's this one called AI Code Assistant. It says vibe coding is a new thing. Hop in and let the AI take over most difficult coding tasks. Oh man, I love making video games. I'm working on a game called Vibe Clicker. I'm not vibe coding it. Also, this won't work because I'm not loading anything. Hey, friendly creative seal, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. But yeah, I'm just making a clicker game where you basically spend your life after college figuring life out, and you discover AI and you work for a company who uses AI, and then you waste your life at this company with AI and you're like, I can do better. And so you start your own SaaS AI company, and you evolve this AI that you build, and you release this AI 4.2.0. So everybody starts adopting your new AI and stuff, and then you create an AGI project and it slowly takes over. It's a silly story clicker game, but I've been working on it for about a month now, and it's been pretty legit. Um as a matter of fact, If you're interested, I do keep a blog. So on averagegamestudio.com/blog, um, I recently imported my old blog from when I was learning game art last year. But I've been making games for like 16 plus years now. But you can see here, so like my week one, what the game looked like, and me starting it out. Plus, all hey, I'm wearing the same clothes. Um, it's just a red shirt. And look, I'm wearing the red shirt there too. You know what? As a matter of fact, I think I'm wearing a no, I'm wearing a different shirt there. Um, I have like 10 red shirts. Anyways, yeah, if you like, dev blogs and stuff, you can see that. And then I have a YouTube channel with some of the work that I've been doing on stream. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. This vibe clicker game has been a lot of fun this past month. So now I'm learning how to save because we're getting close to the end of actually finishing the game and getting it into beta. Oh my gosh, George. It's so late. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Changing clothes once a week is pretty standard for a dev. I change my clothes every day, okay? It just so happens on Sunday I'm wearing a red shirt. Not Godot's nice. You're porting Angular script clicker game. Whoa, you have an Angular TypeScript clicker game? That's sick. Merging flat stats, skill tree, 6 passives, pretty much done. Pix.js, interesting. Need to port TypeScript to Godot? Ooh. You have 5 days of experience with Godot so far? Nice. Are you vibe coding it? Are you, like, copying your TypeScript and be like, "Yo, what's the Godot equivalent to this?" I'll debate 3 topics of AI, and I'll stand by one of them the most. We all use information from everything before and around us forever, and Googling is the same as asking a better Google that scrape data better altogether. I agree. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. The other 2 are debatable and dive into ethical gray areas and the sub-essence of creations along with their human creator. GD is not far off from TS. I feel like GD script is more like Python. TypeScript is compiles down into JavaScript, but I feel like it's closer to JavaScript in my opinion. My game is an idle clicker game. It's not really incremental. There is kind of an incremental aspect that I'm gonna add a vibe shop so you can buy different AI like skins. So it's gonna be a little bit incremental in that way, but there's not gonna be like you can't bring over old upgrades. But yeah, I agree. Like as a human, we've learned from previous people. We started in libraries. We learned from other people and what they wrote down. The only problem is uh AI has been trained on like copywritten stuff, and that's like the big thing about it. But it's whatever. I mean, look, we secured our jobs. Um, what is the name for the symbol? Oh, it's not. Look, looking for the at symbol. Not even the top results aren't even the right symbol, so even this Google search, it had an AI it knows that we made fun of it. It's no longer returning the AI results for it, but anyways, yeah. Hey, Edwin Zero Cheng, what's the keystroke add-on? Yeah, the keystroke add-on, so I'm assuming you're talking about all this stuff? It is called Ridiculous Coding. It's ridiculous coding. I'm using the Cuppix version, but it's actually originally made by Jotson. Jotson's a Godot game developer. Well, he does Godot. He does like playdate scripting and like coding and stuff. He's working on quite a few projects actually. Um, but his most recent one's like ridiculous shipping, which is it looks pretty fun. And somebody made this version that allows you to like control the different sounds and stuff. So this Cuppix version allows you to like remove some of the shake and some of the features that make it really hard to code. But yeah, it's really cool. I love it. But I'm trying to learn the save stuff right now, so that's fun. I love JavaScript. Thank you for the follow. I do love JavaScript. I, I'm a little weird. I like jQuery. I know it's a lot of people don't like it or whatever for some reason, but it makes coding so easy. I wish they would keep up with jQuery. Pretty much at this point, building most of it the ground up because of how much GDScript and JavaScript differs. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you might as well just rebuild it with the assets you have. Start from scratch instead of trying to port it necessarily. Just bring over like the same features and stuff. It's not a bad idea. Yeah. The styling and animation on the game engine actually is a little bit easier than having to manually code everything. Even though for this game, I do a lot of tweening, um, like on the clicker and stuff. I do a lot of tweening when I should have just used the animation engine. My goal was to learn how to tween a lot better and avoid like debugger errors and stuff. But I love the fact that I can actually tween and like do some stuff. So like in the game, everything's a tween. That's tweened. Hiding it's tweened. This is tweening. That intro is tweening. Clicking on it's all tweened. If you don't have enough money for something, which I have enough money for all these, but like certain things tween. Um, Whenever you buy like the last AI, that animation's all tweened. All that, like it's so much fun. Anyways, uh, data. Let's go back here and try to figure this out. That's the last 10% polish, right? You just add in all that tweening afterwards. And I like the fact that it's kind of like timeline based, so it waits for the animations and you can do a callback script. So when a tween is done, you can call a certain script. So like if you want to queue free it or whatever, it's really easy. Learning how to get data out of LLMs is basically like learning how to Google things with Google Foo in the 2000s in the early thousands. Yeah, I was I was amazing at googling stuff. Like most of my stuff that I still do is googling. Um, just because like it's still kind of relevant, but I'm getting more used to asking AI questions. The problem with that is like hallucinations, and it's like when I'm looking for specific code tips or help, it's like you like to see what people deal with. You like to see the script, like what people are iterating on, because a lot of the times people have the same exact issue. Your issue's not unique, whereas AI just tries to solve it. It's like mansplaining to you before you actually tell it the problem. It's pretty damn cool. Thank you. Yeah, like I'm loving Godot. I've started learning it like a year ago. Actually, a little less than a year ago. Copilot's pretty bad with GD script. Yeah, I found a lot of the AI stuff over engineers code too, which I don't need to over engineer stuff. Like if you went through all my code, it's so simple. It's a lot of if checks. Classic game dev style. Yeah, it's a tool in the tool belt, not a hammer. You're actually obsessed with Godot, me too. Like I tell everybody, let me it's here, little chat message for you. It's not a cult. Okay, so it's wanting me I'm just gonna do this, right? Like this makes sense. Can I do this? Oh my gosh, I'm so afraid. Okay, what I need to do is I need to print this save data and see what it is. Um, Saves all the main player data, perfect. Okay, so I should have like max resources. I don't know, let's just Let's just do a random amount. No, not at all. Totally not a goal. I enjoy AI pretty much populate arrays. Yes. Oh my gosh. Setting up data structures, skim 2K lines of code, find patterns, frameworks, find classes not being used. Yes. How AI should be used. It shouldn't be taking away the creative fun of everything. AI should be used as a tool, something to help guide you, something to help so you don't have to copy and paste all the time. Like I've tried out Cursor and it's pretty cool. Like you start typing and like refactoring code and it's like it recognizes that you want to change something up top as well and it's like, "Oh, you also need to rechange this variable." But it's uh like if you want to change code and refactor, like if you need to find I don't know, click value and you want to change this, like I can just click into it, control D as many times as I can and it'll find these values. But as you saw, it doesn't like recognize that this also has auto in front of it. Whereas like AI would be like, "Oh, you're trying to change this specifically and recognize that it's a specific one, not just part of it." So it's like it's cool when that works, but it doesn't always work. Yeah, the nitty-gritty boring work. Amen. Yes, chin under cover. My favorite thing is the UI system for Godot as well. A lot of people complain about it. Yeah, yeah. It's so easy to use though. And you've got your VBox, you got your HBox, you've got the containers. What are they called? Hold on. Flow containers, flex boxes, you know? Yeah, like I've enjoyed the node system for building UIs. Oh, you're setting up Twitch vibe codes? That's great. So you're like a let's play, like a Twitch plays, but for like vibe coding? What are you making with it? Hey, waifu guy, thank you for the follow. Just summarizes the input into prompts that goes into LLM that edits code. Oh my gosh. Please tell me you're doing that in like a safe environment so it's not gonna ruin one of your servers. All right. I'm gonna do this, okay? Um, let's go to the save button, not disabled anymore. Save button. All right. Let's do save button dot mouse enter dot connect. We're gonna run into our audio manager and we're gonna play UI hover and then save button dot pressed. We're gonna make a function on save button pressed. And then I'm just gonna call that data dot save. All right. I feel like they made it like a so normally like an underscore is like you don't access from outside. So I don't know how much further he's gonna go in. I just want to see what happens with this save data. And then I think what I'm gonna do is on load for level one. No, probably at the title screen. on load, we will load the game. Yeah. Okay. Animate. Nice. None of this stuff's important. Load the previous save. And we'll have a way to like delete the save and stuff too. All right. Okay, that's old. All right. Okay, so far nothing. That's good. We got a bunch of variables in here. Saved game, I guess. It worked. It's here. Look. Easy. I was so scared to make a save system. All right. That's pretty sick. Okay, now let's see if it works. So if I like, because I have to save a lot of other variables too. All right, so it says it's 9999965 or whatever. So we want 492. Maybe if I buy this, a couple of these, save game, go back to the title. Okay, it should be 4 mil, new game. It worked. It worked. Smash that git commit M. It worked. That's sick. Okay, cool. And that's just a couple lines of code. Look at that. The total money spent is in there too. Whereas before it was 0. It's literally working, everybody. You've witnessed it first. I mean, obviously I'm copying it from a YouTube video, so people don't usually put YouTube videos out there unless they work, right? That's pretty cool. Okay. I'm gonna do an autosave, but I just needed to get this stuff set up first. Okay, now I've closed the game. The real question is it gonna load it? It loaded it. Hey, it worked. I'll have to add like all the upgrades and stuff too. This is gonna be the hard part. The hard part is gonna be saving the upgrades and then reloading all of their data. Hey, thanks for the follow, Chin Undercover. Appreciate that. Gonna save a blob of unreadable curly braces. I can read these curly braces. You saving inside of a JSON file? Yeah, it's inside of a JSON file for now. As a matter of fact, that JSON file should be in here, right? No, it's in my user file. I don't even know how to access that. How to access. It's on my roaming data. Yeah. Yep. Users roaming. I'm pretty sure I named it. Dang, it's not under Vibe Clicker. I'm gonna have to make it under Vibe Clicker. Should be under Godot, no? App user data. Oh, okay, I see. That's so funny. I see my old projects in here. Sure. Nice. It's look at that. Serialized. Ugh. Shouldn't it have linked a user file path under the file system? Yeah, it's right here. So it has a default save place. I'm just gonna have to change it so that it's under its own like thing and not under Godot. That way I can because um where is it in my notes here? I was doing some research like this. So I need to change the project settings and use a custom directory. So base save file path user. So I'll need to change this. So I did take some notes for Steam. Just gonna check that off. We got a save system. We got a rudimentary save system. Does GD have a simple JSON parser pattern? I think so. I think that uh has a whole JSON class here. So we've got stringify and parse. So you can go through here and manually do it. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this for the upgrades because when the upgrade card loads, I'll be able to load everything in here. So I'll be able to set the variables. I've got a bunch of them here. I've got a bunch of export variables, and then what I'm gonna do is parse those out and update the values, and then all I have to do is call this function and just admit that the card data has been updated, and it'll automatically like change everything that's necessary. So I'll just set the info and it'll update it. So like I've already kind of like set some of this up for this load. I might move from JSON into config. Yeah, I have a tab open to read about the config file. I'm just doing JSON now because that's kind of how my data's set up. I think it makes more sense right now. While I was fixing my save method, that's 3 different JSON files saving simultaneously. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm doing a manual save for now. I just realized I don't know what serializing means. Isn't that like breakfast? Set up a manual JSON parser in Unity. Still have it in place for my card game I'll eventually finish. Everything's wrapped in like 4 extra double quotes. That's funny. Um Oh, all right, everybody. It's not it's like 9:30 here right now, but I think this is good. I think I'm in a good place. Um a lot of this is going to be a little bit of manual work and stuff, but I think as soon as I have like the beta ready for everybody to test out, I'll probably like hop on a stream and like share a link and stuff so everybody can like test the beta and just give feedback and stuff. I'm like a month ahead of schedule of what I originally planned for this game. Uh just to show you flashbang. So I've got a beta release was planned for June 16th. So we are basically here. I know that we're in ads, so we're gonna wait here a second, but basically I have a beta release for the 16th, and then I plan on getting a full launch by the 4th. So I've got plenty of time to figure out saving and a vibe shop so that we can have a little bit of persistent data. I will be posting, so I've got a dev blog here in case you missed anything. I'm gonna post the video and the information from this recent update into here so you guys can check that out. And let's see what we got here. So I do want to work a little bit on the balance to make sure the game takes about 30 minutes for a game loop, maybe to an hour. I think an hour is pretty fun for a clicker game. Some people might disagree and say they want to go longer. That's fine. The game will be set up to be an infinite clicker if you want. You just disable the auto buy AI so it stops annoying you. I'm going to add secret ending and some secret achievements. Secret ending. This will be for people who figure it out. I will not reveal how that happens. And then I do need to work on one thing I want to add is I want to be able to do maybe some customized buttons. So like I had some requests, so not just making the clicker, but maybe something else. And I don't really know what else. Maybe space, but like that's being used by the game engine itself. So I don't know. I'll probably figure out how to make space the clicker and just disable it for accept and just make enter accept. So I'll figure this out. Next up will be the save system, and then the ultimate goal is to get this to Steam. It'll be my first Steam release game, which would be cool. So that is the goal. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out tonight. I appreciate all your support. Medusa, thank you for all the subs tonight and the support. I appreciate you. I will most likely be streaming again next Sunday. I don't think there's anything special going on. But you can always follow me on Blue Sky if you need updates. I'll usually post there. No, it's too late. No, Seto. I figured out saving. But we're just about to go raid out. We're gonna go raid Hypnotic Games. We're gonna go hang out there for the rest of the night while I do a little bit of save coding and actually get this parsed out into readable files. So thank you again for hanging out, everyone. Let's go say hello to Hypnotic Games. He's working on his Bobble Shop sim, which is pretty funny. So I'll see you guys over there and hope you have a great week. I'll let you all know when the beta comes out. For now, enjoy the rest of your night. Until next time. Bye.